Hi everyone, thanks for watching. In this episode, I'm going to explain what it's like to do a dive master program in Thailand. Thailand is one of the most popular places to do diving and diving related courses, both scuba and free diving. The reason is because the conditions are great, the weather's wonderful all year round, the sea life is abundant, there's lots of different sites you can go to, but the one key thing is the cost. The cost is low compared to other places in the world. The thing with the Dive Master program to keep in mind is the program takes anywhere from 2 to 6 weeks depending on how rigorous you make the program. So you gotta like where you're situated, and I love Thailand for several reasons. It's cheap, it's accessible, it's great weather, it's safe, it's comfortable, you can get massages afterwards, and the food is wonderful and the accommodation abundant and cheap. Next, you need to decide where in Thailand you want to do your course. If you want to be like literally everyone else, you go to Koh Tao. It's a dive certification factory. It's super easy, the dive community is huge, and they have so many alumni and dive centers to choose from. So it's a good option, but you won't see much, and it can feel pre-commercialized. I opted instead to go to the different coastline, which is the Andaman Sea coast. Off the coast of Krabi lies Koh Phi Phi Island, which is one of my favorite islands. It's very touristy, but it's so beautiful, and it's right next to the national park Koh Phi Phi Leh, which has Maya Bay and the famous beach from Leonardo DiCaprio film. Getting to Koh Phi Phi is pretty easy. You fly into either Phuket or Krabi airports in Thailand, and then you take a 2-hour ferry, about $15 to Koh Phi Phi Island, leaving all times a day. There are a number of things to evaluate when evaluating a dive center. Are they good? Are they reputable? Are they safe? However, the most important consideration is, do you like your instructor? They're the ones that are going to make your program. They're going to make or break the program, and they're going to be evaluating you and teaching you the foundations of diving, because after this, it's an instructor program which teaches you how to teach, not how to dive. So you need to make sure the foundations of your diving are rock solid. So I did some research, visited some dive centers, made some calls, and did all my theoretical training ahead of time. Got to the island and went to the dive center. And the dive center is definitely closed. Of course, it's Thailand, so the dive center that I originally booked with didn't have a valid business license, so that means I had to go to plan B right on the spot, which means I had to walk basically through the town and find a new dive center that could accommodate my dive master program. That actually didn't turn out to be that big of a deal because everyone in the dive community knows each other, and my instructor was actually married to another instructor at another dive center called Sea Frog, where I was able to do the course in full. I do recommend Sea Frog. They have good prices, they have the full line of courses for PADI and SSI, and they have departures every day, and it's a well-oiled machine, plus it's a lot of fun. Typical day in the life of a dive master is you wake up at 7 a.m., eat your breakfast, go to the dive center, prepare your equipment, then either prepare other people's equipment on the boat, or you welcome the customers in the shop and then walk to the boat together. The role of a dive master is to help the instructors, to be a good ambassador, and to set a good example. They also can lead dives and do certain training. Unsurprisingly, the Dive Master Training Program prepares you to do all this. You need to pass the theoretical exam online, you need to set up the shop, set up the boat, set up the equipment, welcome customers, market the courses, help the instructors teach the courses, and you need to be a good diver yourself. You need to pass certain skills, and you need to demonstrate certain skills, including some physical ones that are not so easy, like the swim test. And you also need to do certain things to prove that you can lead and do the dive master role, like lead dives, give a dive briefing, do a mapping exercise, and do some stress and rescue tests. Can we just take a moment to recognize that this is the boat trip to the dive site you will do every day in Koh Phi Phi? Wow. Could this be any better? We're getting close to the dive site, so we need to prepare the equipment and prepare the customer's equipment if they need help. You will do this about 1 billion times during your dive mastering training program, so you will get pretty good at setting up a BCD, a regulator, a tank, and doing the buddy check. You'll go to BIDA every day. Let's jump in.
I know the next morning when the sun goes up, it might be the last day of you and me. You're lying next to me with heavy eyes while I shiver inside with a heavy heart. I know what I've done, and I'm too afraid to let it go. If I could, I would turn back time. If I could, I would take it all back.
dive done, and now we're at the surface interval at Koh Phi Phi National Park. So, of course, everything is pristine. There's great reef, coral, and sea life, including turtles, sharks, and the like. But my favorite part is just relaxing and eating a nice free Thai food for lunch.
Nothing at all about what's going down. Oh, like a shipwreck, I caught the sails loose. You're lying next to me with heavy eyes, while I shiver inside with a heavy heart. I know what I've done, and time is running out for me. If I could, I would turn back time.
You gotta remember it's Thailand, so while things are really functional, they don't work like exactly the same as in your home country. So I would just not question things that are working. It's better that way. So time for the second dive, and we dive in and we see a school of barracudas, super cool, as well as a bunch of Nemo fish, which is my favorite thing to photograph. But on this dive, we're doing skill set. So I need to show people how to find a lost regulator. Of course, you have to do the skills, you have to do it slowly, and you have to do it exaggerated so people get the motions. How did I do? After the second dive, we take the boat and go back to Tonsai Pier, and then we go back to the dive shop, deliver the equipment, switch it out for the afternoon. So it's really nice because the island is super small, so you can go back to your accommodation even. And I usually ate some lunch, I did some work, and relaxed a little bit, and then came back for the second dive pretty refreshed.
I know what I've done, and time is running out for me. If I could, I would turn back time. If I could, I would take it all back. If I could, I would bring back all the memories, not yours, only in my dream. Oh,
The thing is, it's a small island, so you get to know everyone. They give you deals. I know the salad lady, I know the pad thai lady, I know the mango lady, I know the watermelon lady, I know the tattoo shop people, I know the massage people. They hassle me every time I walk by. And, of course, I have to walk by every day the dive shop that was closed on the way from the dive boat to Sea Frog. So here we are, it's Groundhog Day, and we're back at the shop, back to the boat, and setting up the equipment, the tanks, the regulators, the BCDs, and all the equipment for the customers. A typical day of diving includes the first stop at Koh Phi, the best dive site in the area, which is off the coast of the main national park island of Koh Phi Phi. It's a really rocky islet off the coast, and you will see sharks in the shallow water, as well as a lot of fish and corals. Then you spend the surface interval at Maya Bay. You can go swimming and go snorkeling there, and then you'll do the second dive at MALONG, which is along basically the limestone wall of Koh Phi Phi. We were lucky because we get to do one of my favorites, the wreck. And I'm not usually a fan of wrecks, but this wreck is really cool because it has amazing schools of tons of snappers and other fish. Typically the dives are done 12 to 16 meters, but the wreck is a little deeper, around mid-20s. And the conditions are near perfect. It's like 29 degrees every day. The visibility is usually clear. There's hardly any current and no surge or waves to speak of.
you know nothing at all about what's going down. Oh, like a shipwreck, I caught the sails loose. You're lying next to me with heavy eyes, while I shiver inside with a heavy heart. I know what I've done, and time is running out for me. If I could, I would turn back time. If I could, I would take it all back. If I could,
all different kinds of people come to Koh Phi Phi, so there is a wide range of accommodation options from cheap hostels to places overlooking the ocean with infinity pools. You can take your pick. I favor the cheap options. I booked a monthly place for about $350 a month, so $10 a night, and I did that because I wasn't spending so much time in the room. There was also a hole in the ceiling, and the water pressure was horrible, and there were cockroaches and cats, but it was fine. It had Wi-Fi and air conditioning, so it had everything I needed. I actually worked remotely during my dive master and training program, which worked out perfectly well because of the time difference of 6 hours. So I basically had the whole morning to do dives or whatever I wanted to do, and then I started working in the afternoon when it was too hot to go outside anyways. So it was really perfect because I got the dive master training done and I did my whole work day. One of the best parts about being in Thailand is the cuisine, and I ate Thai food literally every day for the duration of my dive master and training program. It was excellent. Another good thing about Koh Phi Phi is you can walk up to the viewpoint and look at this extraordinary view of the island. A customary and integral part of every dive master training program is the end, where you need to do your snorkel test. Snorkel tests can take many different forms. A lot of times it's a lot of drinking, but mine was just a fun little puzzle thing I had to do with my dive buddy. And I can never miss an opportunity to make a speech, so I made a speech at the end of my dive master program thanking everyone at the dive center as well as roasting all of the instructors, because we have a lot of fun. And every night of the week, of course, you can go to the quote-unquote dive bar called Relax Koh Phi Phi and see every diver on the island. Or you can drink buckets and juggle fire if that's more your thing. All in all, getting to live on Koh Phi Phi Island in Thailand was a dream come true. I mean, look at this place. And then on top of it, getting the opportunity to do a dive master and training program and getting certified at the end was awesome. I highly recommend doing the program on Koh Phi Phi with Sea Frog, but there's a lot of other options you have for doing the program in Thailand, and I'm sure any one of them will be a really great experience too. Just get out there and do it. I might actually just stay here and be a dive master. It's quite appealing. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you next time.